In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this 3x3 piston door in 1.20 with explanation as to how everything works and why each thing is how it is. Let's get into that. So when I'm showing you how to build it, I will also be explaining what everything does and why it's there, because I've watched so many tutorials of redstone doors and things, and I've just never understood why things are used. So I'm going to be explaining that in this video. So the first thing you want is two sticky pistons facing up right on top of each other. This is going to be the center of the door, or the center of the base of the door. And then on top of that, kind of make it like a T with 3 stone. This is the bottom part of the door when it's open. Right here, you can place an observer facing up into this block. Under that, put a repeater on 4 ticks. In front of that, or I guess going into it, 1 block down, place a sticky piston with a block right here. Now, a repeater right there. And this is everything we need for our double piston extender. Basically, this will power this piston, pushing that one up, and this piston will then be at this block, which then the observer powers this block, making the piston right here, so the top piston, spit out its block, and it'll be right there. So after the double piston extender, it'll look like this, if it's working. And this is designed to be powered by an observer, so I'm just going to test it. Okay, yes. And this is one that is only able to be powered every other activation. That's what this is for. Basically, this will always end up powering this sticky piston, but because it's going to get powered by an observer, it's going to be 1 tick, because this doesn't add a delay or anything like this. It just extends it and feeds the block directly. So this is going to be constantly swapping out if it does or doesn't have the block. Next, to activate this, you're going to want an observer with the red dot facing into the piston. You can, if you're doing this with, or if you're struggling with this, just place it facing into it. If you're in creative, you can just click both at once and it'll turn around. If you're in survival, just place a block here and do that. And it'll do the same thing. Now, over here, place 2 observers with the red dot going away from the original observer. A block here and a block here. And then 3 pieces of redstone dust. This just detects when this one gets powered and then activates this whole thing. Over here, next to this block, place a sticky piston facing into it. Now, take 2 more observers, a block there, and a target block there. Next to the target block, right here, place a piece of redstone dust. This will, in the closing of the door, this block will be pushed up here, and then this activates this to put that block there. And now we're gonna add the thing to make it go from this to this, which is really simple. Just place the note block here. This will get powered by the target block, and because it has a block above it, it won't make any sound. So if you're worried about that, don't worry, it won't make sound. And then there's 2 observers going into this piston, so with the red dot facing towards it. Now that should be the bottom 2 blocks of the door. Yours doesn't work perfectly if let's say it does this, then you're just gonna want to do that until you see it do that. Replace those, and then just swap this. So if it's up here, put it down here. If it did the double piston extender when it wasn't supposed to. Yeah. I think I messed it up. I did. Oh, wait, no. If it did the double piston extender, it wants it to be up there. I get the two mixed up sometimes. Sorry. Now, on top of this piston, place 3 blocks of stone. And on this side, place 4. This is just making the frame of the door. Oh, yeah, also. The observers are still able to detect when this is powered, even if it doesn't make noise. So this still works. Next to this piece of redstone, place a target block. It should connect. So now you should have a target block on both sides. On top of that target block, place 3 sticky pistons going in towards the door. And do that on the other side. Now, on whichever piece of redstone is going into your target block, which should be this one and this one, you do this on both sides, 2 observers and a piece of redstone dust. The reason we're doing 2 observers and not an observer, a block, and redstone is because if it's a block, it would get powered, because observers are registered as transparent blocks, so they cannot get powered like a normal block can. So if it was a normal block, it would end up powering this, making it last for too long, and it would just move the block and then move it back instead of moving it and leaving it there until the next time. So now that should also be the sides done. Okay, looking good. Now at the top, place a line of 3 of whatever building block you're using, and then in the middle one, place a sticky piston facing down. Now, on either side, it doesn't matter which, place an observer on top of this. Make sure you are crouching so you don't switch this to be a dot, because then it won't power this block. Switch it, make sure it is the cross, or like crisscross redstone dust. And then you can place 2 blocks here, it just looks a bit better. But then place 1, 2, 3, 4, and replace the corner block with glass. Now, along all of those, and the top of the piston, you're going to want redstone dust on top of that. The reason this is glass is so then it doesn't power this piston. But now, should be it. Really simple door. If you want to power it with a lever, just place a block here. Redstone dust on top. Lever here, and now there you go. If there's any other redstone tutorials you want, just let me know in the comments, and I will make them.